Libra, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week ahead. Now, keep in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So check out your other placements as well to get a full picture of all your messages. Okay, my friends, let's get started here for Libra. What is the energy around the week ahead for Libra? Ooh, the Sun. Love that energy for you, Libra. Something is coming into focus. Something is being illuminated to you. You are stepping into something very, very abundant, very prosperous, very, almost secure, grounding, and it's bringing in your confidence, and it's really tapping into a lot of joy. Something shifting here for you, Libra. The Sun. Love seeing that. There's the Fool in reverse. So you're sort of shifting into something a little hesitant, but man, oh man, something is really casting a light on a new pathway for you. You are starting to see a new pathway become illuminated. It's almost like, you're seeing a spotlight over something and you're like, oh my goodness, there it is. And it's interesting. There is a release here. It's almost like there is a release of holding on to too many things, as well as this idea of a release in a sense of where you're starting to sort of get caught up in a bit of drama here. So there is something illuminating a new pathway for you that you're hesitant about, because it's almost like you're more focused on the drama and the burdens of a new path instead of how exciting it could be. You're focused more on the drama, the hesitation, the burden, the details. You're instead of sort of feeling grateful for all of these little small miracles that are happening all around you right now. And you might be sort of heavy in your energy, thinking about the weight of some of these endings that are surrounding these new beginnings. And it's almost like you're being guided to not be too overwhelmed by any drama or emotion, but instead to just feel grounded in the present moment, one step at a time, and really being focused on the tasks of the day instead of taking on the weight of like the next 2 years. It's interesting. It's almost like just focus on today, Libra. Focus on how beautiful it is today, even by just appreciating the fact that you're here. The sun was shining today. You had food in your belly and a roof over your head, and you're surrounded by a lot of blessings. And so it's interesting. It's almost like instead of focusing on all of these details of the future and what that's going to look like, it's like you're being guided to just focus on today. Focus on right now and have a minute to just be present. Really being present instead of sort of taking some of the present day blessings for granted, to really be grounded in what's happening right now, not what's happening next week, or not what's gonna happen in a month, or not the burdens of all of the stuff that is heavy on your shoulders with this 10 of wands. Like you're carrying that around. There's some drama that you're getting pulled into. You're hesitating about any new starts. It's almost like you're taking one step forward and 2 steps back, because you just keep thinking about the burdens. I'm wondering if you need to shift your focus a bit here to just the blessings of the day. It reminds me of that book. It's an old book now, actually. It's been out for almost, oh gosh, I feel like I read that book 20 years ago, The God of Small Things. And it's almost like you need to sort of just appreciate the small things in life, the things that we judge as small, that aren't small at all, actually. But the little blessings in every day, again, they're not even little, they're huge. But we tend to see them and take them for granted. And so it's almost like you're being guided to see a light cast upon everything that's happening around you right now, Libra, and to be so grateful for it, and to treasure every moment of the present, because I feel like you're actually going to have a new beginning here, and you're going to get an opportunity to put down any sort of struggles or burdens that you've been carrying around with you. But I feel like that comes with a choice a little bit here of your perspective and your mindset and your focus. So your perspective, mindset, and focus right now are really important. See the 10 of Pentacles here, right on that Sun card, Libra. So it's like you're about to really see how fortunate you are. And you're really about to see the truth about how abundant and prosperous you are and how infinite the possibilities are. It's fascinating. And I feel like right now you're shifting away from your perspective being on how difficult things are and how overwhelming things are and the sacrifices and burdens and drama and hesitations. You're shifting away from that into abundant gratitude, resourcefulness, prosperity, blessings, and it's like there is like a beam of light coming down to shine upon you in the present day to show you how much you have to be grateful for and how blessed you are and how things are only as overwhelming as you allow them to be in your mind. That if you shift your focus to what you have instead of what you're missing, that can be a game changer. You know, that can be a game changer for you. I feel like you may be overthinking things into being more difficult than they need to be. And there's the Devil coming out in reverse. So that tells me that you're hesitating and taking one step forward, two steps back because of some patterns that need to shift. You need to break the chains to these patterns that are only around because they've been around for so long. That's the only reason they're still there. And that's the only reason they're so strong, is because they've been there for a long time. And it's like the same path that you've taken gets worn out. So it becomes really easy to find that path and go to it almost automatically. But you can take a new path. There's the sun illuminating a new pathway for you to walk down. It's unfamiliar, granted. It doesn't have established grooves in the ground where you always have been stepping one foot after the other. It's like you're in the process of shifting out of some established patterns and to creating new patterns, ones that are going to serve you with this 10 of Pentacles instead of feeling this exhausted energy of the 10 of Wands. I think you're ready to lay these patterns down. You're ready to say, I don't want to hold that anymore. I don't want to hold that energy anymore. And I'm done overthinking this and getting sucked into this again. I don't want to get sucked into this again. I want to march on, but from the present day, with the sun shining and illuminating for me a new path to take. And I can choose. I don't have to take this path anymore. I can be conscious and mindful, which is the energy of this Knight of Pentacles, and choose something different for myself. You're in the midst of that now, Libra. Choosing new patterns. I feel like some of you could be breaking addictions. You could be breaking cycles. You could be breaking ways of thinking, ways of doing, ways of being, ways of like actions, certain actions that you are just like, that doesn't serve me anymore. I'm not going to do that. Just because I've done it for so long doesn't mean I have to do it forever. You know, it's that kind of energy. Yeah, you're getting distance from these things. You're getting distance from these narratives that don't serve you, and you're not taking any baggage with you. You're moving to a new shoreline here, away from the drama, away from the toxic patterns that you, granted, may have been around in the past because they protected you in some way or they helped you in some way. But now it's like, the sun is shining. It's a new day, Libra. It's a new day and you can make new choices. There's the Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck saying, don't procrastinate. I'm bringing you energy to do something new, molecule by molecule, atom by atom. You know, you're building something new. That is moving towards you, but you have to make that choice to stay in the present and to stay grounded in your mindfulness and your sort of appreciation for where you are right now. And there's the Two of Swords. You've got a decision to make. Are you going to keep carrying these wands around, or are you just going to let them go and take 10 coins in your pocket instead? You know, like, it's interesting. It's almost like you're choosing between an established pattern that you know doesn't serve you versus an unknown pattern of formulating new habits and new ways of being, doing, feeling. You know, it's interesting. I feel like you're on the cusp of choosing a new path for yourself. And right now you're just dealing with cutting ties to the part of you that responded to your old patterns. And on the bottom of the deck, there you go. There's the confirmation. It's your Ace of Wands. This is your new passionate beginning, where you take that gift of the present moment. You take that gift of the sun shining and bringing in a new day, and you say, yep, today is a new day. Today's a new day, and I'm going to make new choices, and I'm going to break old patterns, and I'm going to shift. This is a big shift, Libra. This is a huge shift, and it's one that you're going to shift using your will. You're going to use your will and your powerful mind, and you're going to make a new choice mentally and adopt new practices using your will. And I feel like this has to also do with where you invest your time and energy and how you think about things and where you are. Are you in the present or in the past or in the future? I can't help but think that this reading is for a Libra that is in the future. It's thinking about the future, but using patterns of acting, doing, being, saying, everything. All those patterns are from the past. And it's almost like you're caught between past patterns and future worries. And you're like, I'm done with all of that. I just want to live in the moment. I want to live in the moment and start being more mindful and more conscious about what's happening in the now. And I'm going to focus on my abundance and my prosperity and how to get there. You know, really powerful reading for you this week, Libra. Okay, what does Libra need to surrender or surrender to? Does Libra need to surrender or surrender to? Ooh, that card wanted to come out for you. Surrender comparisons with other people. That is a for sure, because man, oh man, there's nothing that makes you feel either like less than or greater than starting to compare yourself to others. And both are illusions. Both are illusions. So it says here, keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your strengths, your attractiveness, and your power. That's your 10 of Pentacles, and that's your Sun. Stay there, focused on yourself, your abundance, your ability to change things in the now, and to focus on your own power. Don't worry about what other people are up to. Everyone is doing their own thing. Bottom of the deck says surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. So this is really about staying grounded in the now. Don't worry about future outcomes. Like we were saying, you're sort of stuck between past patterns and these desired future outcomes, and you're feeling like you don't know how you're going to get there. How did they get there? How come I can't get there like they got there? That kind of stuff is just going to make you go back and forth here with these old patterns of coping, old patterns of doing, thinking, being. You're breaking these chains. I feel like you're working on breaking these chains. You've just got to decide once and for all, are you going to stay sort of stuck between the past and the future, always oscillating like this and repeating patterns that you don't want to repeat? Or are you going to make the choice to stay grounded in the present so that you can work on what you're working on, keeping your eyes on yourself, focused on your strength, attractiveness, and power right here? Very interesting reading for you this week, Libra. Wow, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope it's been helpful. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this reading has resonated for you, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. If you would like a personal reading, you can find that information in the description below. And as always, I'm looking forward to reading for you again, and I'm sending you so much love and light, my friends. Take care.